What the fuck?
Welcome to Mad Murdy Movies. Thanks for coming back. So this is a first time watch for me. I've seen Arrow had it on sale for years as Blu-ray, and I never really pulled the trigger on it. I had it in basket many a time, but when I heard Scream Factory releasing the 4K for it, I thought I'm going to get that. And the film is 1981's The Burning, my first Section 1 video nasty, and what I think of it, we'll get to that. The film was released in 1981. It was directed by Tony Maylam, and the story was conceived and produced by all our favourite sexual deviant himself, Harvey Weinstein. The first film in their Miramax label, which went on to make some massive films in the 80s and 90s. Hey, the story centres around a summer camp where these teenagers decide they want to play a prank on the caretaker, Cropsy. He seems to be a grumpy old bugger. So it goes awry, of course, and he sets himself on fire. And of course, instead of trying to put it out, he starts running around, kicking everything where he loves. No health and safety in there, as there's a big can of gasoline there, which blows up on him and just totally engulfs him, and he gets just a fireball. As he kicks his way out the door, the teenager runs for cover, and he just rolls down a hill and lands in a big pond, puts the fire out. Surprisingly, he survives this fire, but ends up in hospital, and it's 5 years later before he can actually leave without being able to get any skin grafts done. He was just, all he had on his mind was revenge. So he found a near summer camp and decided he was going to kill every single teenager he could see with his weapon of choice, garden shears. Now, this film has a kind of pretty unknown cast. Some of the actors have been seen in other things, but it's kind of famous for debuts. For Jason Alexander, who is actually very good in this as well, as he ends up being in George out of Seinfeld, hugely successful. Fisher Stevens, who's also very good in this, went on, of course, to be Short Circuit, and I think he was in Friends as well, a few other things. But of course, the standout one there is first film for Holly Hunter, Oscar winner for Piano, and multiple nominee for Oscars over the years, and still a big star even to this day, 40 years later. The music's done by Rick Wakeman at Yes, and it suits the film fantastically well. And this is a great laugh. Me and the wife watched it over the weekend, and we enjoyed it a lot. Now, it's better than most slashers, because you actually give a shit about the actual teenagers in this, because they're all pretty likeable. Even the kind of gimpy one who's kind of sneaking around looking at naked women, which you can't hold that against him. Direction's very good, music's very good, and cinematography is lovely. They did a really good job. This film had a bigger budget than most films at that time, like 1.5 million, like that's 3 times what Friday the 13th had. But you can see the quality is there, and the director did a very good job. Script was good, and acting was pretty good too for the time. Now, Scream Factory have released this 4K, and I think this is the original artwork, which is fantastic looking, even though if you look at it you think it was a love story. If you didn't see the top part, it's definitely not a love story. And they've done a fantastic job with it. This 4K is brilliant. The picture quality in this is pin sharp, colours are vibrant, and in the dark scenes at night time, everything's crystal clear, even in the darks, just inky black. Done an amazing job with the video, the kind of restoration from the original negative. And even the sound, even though it's only 2-channel DTS, is still very good and clear, nice and crisp. No pops or cracks from you get sometimes in older movies. This was well done as well. So they have to be applauded for that. This is a fantastic addition. Now Scream Factory have a kind of name for doing very good restorations of older movies, and this is one of their best. And this film hopefully will get more people to see it, because as I said, I didn't really know much about it until I saw a few guys watching YouTube myself. John Perry, Mondo Jelovics. You've Nage at Rock God 2004, and Keith at Euphoria Pictures. All rated this film highly, and I'll leave links down to their channels in the description because you should check them out. All their channels are very, very good. And I'm glad I got it. I'm happy to have it in my collection. And the quality is amazing. So that's my review of The Burning, my first video on Nasty, on 4K, no less, and a very good one it is. And please leave comments what other ones you think I should look into. If you have seen this film, what do you think of it yourself? And if you have it on 4K, I know the few boys out there have just got it recently, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they think of the film on 4K. But I think it's brilliant, and it's definitely recommended. So, The Burning 4K by Scream Factory. Just go ahead and buy it. So if you like this little review, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment, of course, on what you thought of this film and have you seen it. And if you want to get this 4K edition, hopefully, you never know, Arrow or someone like that might release it over here in Europe. It's disappointing that you have to go get it in America. But I got this not too bad from Wow HD, who are recommended for buying things off. So hopefully I'll be back soon with another couple of reviews. A few more films landed recently, and as I always say, if everybody liked the same thing, the world will be an extremely boring place. Thanks very much for watching, and bye bye.